Healthy and fulfilling relationships, whether with friends, family, or a romantic partner, are the cornerstone of a happy life. However, many people unknowingly engage in toxic habits that can damage these relationships over time. By identifying and letting go of these habits, you can foster better communication, trust, and emotional closeness with those around you. Here are 7 toxic habits you must drop to improve your relationships. Habit 1. Blaming others instead of taking responsibility. In relationships, it's easy to point fingers when things go wrong. Blaming others for your problems or mistakes can create a hostile environment, making the other person feel attacked and unappreciated. This leads to defensiveness, which makes resolving conflicts nearly impossible. Taking responsibility for your actions, even when it's hard, fosters trust and mutual respect. Blame can also prevent personal growth. When you don't accept your part in a problem, you miss the opportunity to learn from your mistakes. This can lead to a repeating cycle of the same issues, slowly eroding the bond in the relationship. Accountability, on the other hand, can be empowering and lead to stronger connections. To break this habit, practice self-reflection before pointing fingers. Ask yourself how you contributed to the situation and be willing to own up to it. This small shift can lead to more productive conversations and healthier resolutions. Habit 2. Constantly criticizing your partner. Criticism, when done excessively, can tear down your partner's self-esteem and create resentment. Often disguised as helpful feedback, criticism can make the other person feel like they're not good enough, which harms emotional intimacy. If you're always pointing out flaws, your partner may withdraw emotionally, feeling like they can never meet your expectations. Instead of criticizing, try offering support or constructive feedback in a way that encourages growth rather than defensiveness. It's important to remember that nobody is perfect, and everyone has areas where they can improve. Focusing on solutions rather than pointing out problems can help your relationship thrive. Shifting from criticism to positive reinforcement builds a healthier dynamic. Acknowledge the things your partner does well and offer appreciation more often. This habit can create a more supportive and loving environment in your relationship. Habit 3. Holding grudges. Holding on to past wrongs even after the issue has been addressed is another toxic habit that can slowly poison a relationship. Grudges create emotional distance and prevent true healing, leaving unresolved resentment in the relationship. Over time, this pent-up frustration can lead to outbursts or emotional withdrawal, making it harder to connect with your partner. When you hold grudges, you're essentially keeping score, which can turn a relationship into a battle of who did what wrong. This creates a power struggle where both parties feel they need to win rather than work together. The more you hold on to past mistakes, the more difficult it becomes to move forward. To let go of grudges, practice forgiveness, and focus on the present. Understand that people make mistakes, and that growth comes from moving past them, not dwelling on them. Healthy relationships are built on a foundation of mutual forgiveness and compassion. Habit 4. Avoiding difficult conversations. Avoiding difficult conversations is a habit many people develop out of fear of confrontation or hurting someone's feelings. However, this can create bigger problems in the long run. When issues aren't addressed, they tend to fester, causing resentment and misunderstandings to grow. Healthy communication is the backbone of any strong relationship, and that means having uncomfortable talks when necessary. Avoiding conflict doesn't make problems disappear. It only pushes them into the background, where they will eventually resurface, often in more damaging ways. Clear, open communication allows both people to express their feelings, needs, and concerns, creating a space for mutual understanding. To break this habit, make an effort to approach difficult conversations with openness and honesty. Frame these discussions as opportunities for growth rather than conflict. The goal is to find a solution that benefits both parties and strengthens the relationship. Habit 5. Expecting mind reading. Expecting your partner to know what you're thinking or feeling without clearly expressing it is unrealistic and often leads to disappointment. This expectation can cause frustration on both sides, as one person feels misunderstood and the other feels like they can never do the right thing. Communication is essential to avoid these misunderstandings. When you expect mind reading, you deprive the other person of the opportunity to meet your needs because you haven't clearly stated them. Over time, this can cause tension, as unmet expectations lead to feelings of neglect or dissatisfaction. To avoid this trap, practice clear and direct communication. Don't be afraid to express your thoughts, feelings, and desires. Letting your partner know exactly what you need is the key to creating a more harmonious and fulfilling relationship. Habit 6. Being overly defensive. Defensiveness is a common reaction when we feel attacked, but it can prevent constructive conversations and create more conflict in a relationship. When you respond defensively, you're essentially shutting down the possibility of understanding the other person's perspective. This can lead to further misunderstandings and unresolved issues. Being overly defensive also blocks personal growth, as you're unwilling to see where you may be wrong or could improve. Relationships thrive on open-mindedness and the ability to accept feedback without feeling attacked. By letting go of defensiveness, you can create a space where both parties feel heard and respected. To overcome defensiveness, try to listen without interrupting and consider the validity of what the other person is saying. Sometimes, taking a step back and reflecting can lead to breakthroughs in communication and connection. Habit 7. Controlling behavior. Controlling behavior often stems from insecurity or fear of losing the relationship. However, trying to control your partner's actions, decisions, or even emotions can create a toxic dynamic. This behavior makes the other person feel suffocated, leading to a loss of trust and independence in the relationship. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and the ability to allow each other freedom. When one person tries to dominate the relationship, it creates an imbalance that can be emotionally draining for both parties. The desire to control can also lead to manipulative behavior, further harming the trust between you. To drop this habit, focus on building trust and allowing your partner to make their own choices. Respect their individuality and understand that a healthy relationship thrives when both people feel free and empowered. Relationships are complex and require ongoing effort from both parties to flourish. By dropping these toxic habits, you create space for healthier communication, stronger emotional bonds, and mutual respect. It's never too late to make positive changes, and the rewards of a stronger, more fulfilling relationship are well worth the effort. Start today by reflecting on your behaviors and making a conscious effort to improve your relationships.